Hello, beautiful beings, and happy January 2026. This is the color frequency reading for January as a whole. So when I was sitting down and trying to tune into the energy of January, trying to feel the colors and what's going on, the first thing that I heard was sound diet, detoxing all the things that we've absorbed during the holiday season. And the color energy associated with that is like there is a kind of like peachy, light skin tony beige ear that keeps shifting colors between being very bright, very pastel-y, and then very faded. And what's coming out of it is like very, very bright yellows like dandelions and daisies like the flower, lavender color and the plant, and a very pastel-y green. All I'm seeing is pastel colors that you typically associate with Easter, right? These like spring colors, which is very strange for January, but it's a lot of detoxing, because at the end of this, I'm seeing the visual of the snake clearing. We have one last month with the lunar year of the snake to clear and detox, and feeling this intense urge to detox the energy from the holiday season that we've absorbed, all the loud noises, everything that's gone in our psyche, all the intensity that comes in when we are preparing for the end of the year. We put so much weight on the end of the year, so much weight on the holiday season, and the first of the year, like, well, what do? Well, I have to change my entire life. No, you don't. I'm actually feeling an urge of not to be making like New Year's resolutions, but to be making New Year's declarations in January, like declaring what you wish for, as opposed to what you need to change. You don't need to be focusing on changing yourself so much, as opposed to going with the flow of change, because you're going to change every year. You're going to change and become a different person. I am absolutely not the same person I was when I sat down to do the channeling of January 2025, and I'm not going to be the same person next year. We're going to change. We're going to grow. We're going to evolve, but it's about embracing that as opposed to forcing it, not forcing things. So when I am feeling with these colors and everything feels like it's associated with a sound diet, a detox of the mind, I'm going to call forth a Elfian healer of the mental body, divine feminine, because we need to connect to our higher self and intuition. We've kind of been ignoring it. There's a lot of things we were ignoring in the previous year. Let's not ignore it in the next year. So I'm going to be holding the kyanite that I used for the protection of 2026 as I'm doing this channeling, because I'm feeling like we need a lot of black kyanite this year. If you don't have any, try and get some, because it feels like the crystal of 2026 and the crystal of January 2026. So a divine feminine healer of the mental body. Fascinating, because the mental body is typically more associated with the masculinity and the emotional, the femininity, but this is balanced. We got both energies in us. We got the creator and the creative in us, the logical and the spiritual. So let's call forth this being of divine inspiration to bring clarity to what I'm seeing and hearing and my clairs and my audiency and my buoyancy, and understand what we need to know for this month ahead. So, divine feminine, Elfian healer of the mental body. When I've stepped back, you may step forth. Hello, beautiful beings. I'm a divine feminine, Elfian healer of the mental body. You saw that word trip up? There's trippings in the mind going on, things that are repeating that should not be repeating within the mind. This is a common theme. But for January, there is this theme of there's some things that you've been carrying with you from the springs of the previous 2 years, carrying with you from the seasons of like March and April that are affecting your mental body. And the spring season is always full of rebirth and changes, but there's a lot of dramas going on, a lot of big shifts, big changes during the spring seasons of the previous 2 years, a lot of adjustments, and that's still influencing your psyche, that's still influencing your mind from May and these months. It's still influencing the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you interact with others, even if you're not noticing it. So the encouraging thing to do is to reflect on the previous 2 years and see if you are holding on to anything that you shouldn't be holding on to. January is the time to do this, but it's also very important that any sound energy, anything that you've been repeating, listening to, music, movies, whatever it is, the news, a lot of stagnant and negative energy in the news, a lot of fear creations, anything you've been taking in through your ears into your mind, you gotta let it go. And the ways to let it go in January are through allowing yourself to experience spiritual joy. That's where the yellowish energy is coming in. So things that make your soul sing is encouraging to do in the month of January. That can detox, that can cleanse more than you think it can. Now the lavender coming in is rest, meditation. When your body is calling for rest, stretch, do yoga, do meditation, relax, allow yourself to relax, because your mental bodies need to shift from the kind of intense energy of like a more intense purpley color, because the crown chakra is a purpley color, to a soft lavender pastel-y purpley color, calming. The mind is calling to be calmed. And the daisy flower coming in, this was flowers coming in a lot in the year of 2025, because there were a lot of patterns still being carried from the spring of 2024. So you gotta let it go. Anything that happened then, anything you've been holding on to, it is safe to let it go. It is safe to cut contact. It is safe to move forward. You are free. Remember this. Now, where the greens come in, the pastel-y greens, this is the heart chakra, but not the heart chakra in the way that you would think. It's the heart chakra's connection to all the other chakras. And what this is your heart chakra and your mental bodies have been at war with each other. And there has been a lot of lessons of balancing the two things. Remember, the voice that you really should be following is that of the soul, the highest self. The mind and the heart can get confused. The soul is never confused about its directive. So follow the voice of your soul, the inspirations of your soul, the joy of your soul. And remember that if you are distracting your mind too much because you don't want to deal with things, abundance will not come, and you will continue to be in a cycle, a repeated cycle, not moving forward, not breaking free. You will be stagnant. Do not distract the mind. Free the mind, and you will break free from the standstill that you have been stuck in. Thank you, beautiful beings, for that message. Visuals that I was being shown, the months of May. I was being shown the months of October and April, and I was being shown the dragon and the snake merging. This is the energy that is affecting the collective in general. Also, November 2024, affecting the collective in general still. And we just gotta move forward. We gotta be like the butterfly and move forward. It seems like the visuals I'm being shown with the energy and the colors is that the universe is ready to prepare us for the next phase. This next year is a fresh start. It's a clean slate. It's the end of a cycle. The universe is ready to give us this fresh start, but we keep holding on to things we shouldn't be holding on to. And this is such a big common theme, but it kind of seems like there is an exhaustion of explaining this from the universe, that it's like the divine is like, we've explained this so much, this is your final message. Don't come complaining and asking why your life is miserable if you're not listening to the messages. There is a little bit of this as well. Like, if you're ignoring your highest self, if you're ignoring the guidance, if you're ignoring the messages, don't go complain to source, don't go complain to creator that your life is miserable, because you're ignoring the things that are going to help you have a more positive, beneficial life. So this was the other common visual, and January is the test of this. It can be peaceful. We just have to allow it to be by letting go. It's the time to let go, detox, and prepare for a new spring, a new rebirth that will find us. So hopefully that finds you. Happy January, sending you love, light, and inspiration. Stay inspired.